Hello, welcome to this week's Private Funds Update. I'm Sandra from SmartEsq, and today is Thursday, May 14th, 2026. Let's dive in. We start in Europe, where ESMA has just published its highly anticipated final report on the integrated collection of funds data under AIFMD II and the UCITS directive. For cross-border managers drowning in fragmented national filings, relief is on the horizon, but it comes with a technical heavy lift. ESMA is proposing a move to a single reporting template and a common EU data dictionary to reduce compliance duplication. To give you some color on the specifics, ESMA wants to ditch current formats and transition to the ISO 20022 messaging standard. They are also mandating legal entity identifiers or LEIs and requiring much greater granularity. Soon, you'll have to report data at the individual share class level, rather than just the sub-fund level. Operating under a hybrid model, national regulators will still collect your data, but validation, storage, and analytics will be centralized at a new EU hub. Implementation will be phased, with the initial go-live expected in the first half of 2029. Stateside, the SEC has removed a major regulatory roadblock for retirement plans. The Divisions of Investment Management and Corporation Finance issued coordinated staff guidance on pooled employer plans, or PEPs, created by the 2019 Secure Act. PEPs let unrelated small businesses band together to sponsor a single retirement plan. The SEC confirmed that these structures can rely on existing single employer exemptions from Investment Company Act registration, and that they can freely invest in collective investment trusts even if self-employed individuals participate. For RIAs advising small businesses, this regulatory clarity transforms PEPs from a liability question mark into a highly viable advisory product. In the courts, we have a major shot across the bow for M&A tax planners. The 10th Circuit has affirmed the government's victory against the taxpayer in Liberty Global v. United States. Let's look at the facts of the case. Following the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, telecommunications giant Liberty Global executed a complex, multi-step internal restructuring nicknamed Project Soy. By aggressively exploiting a temporary statutory mismatch, they shuffled assets among foreign and domestic subsidiaries to effectively generate a massive $2.4 billion deduction. The IRS cried foul, hitting them with a 40% strict liability penalty. The court sided with the government, ruling that the codified economic substance doctrine is relevant whenever taxpayers mechanically utilize the tax code to obtain a benefit not intended by Congress. Crucially, the court evaluated Project Soy as a tightly integrated transaction, rejecting the defense that its individual steps were just basic business transactions with their own distinct purposes. If you are structuring deals heavily reliant on statutory loopholes, take heed. Your enforcement risk profile just got much steeper. Finally, some great news for life insurers and real estate fund managers. The NAIC Life Risk-Based Capital Working Group has officially adopted a highly favorable 0.68% look-through capital factor. What does this mean? In U.S. insurance statutory accounting, Schedule BA is the catch-all bucket where insurers report alternative, long-term investments like private equity funds, joint ventures, and LLCs. Historically, Schedule BA assets carry very punitive capital charges. However, the newly adopted look-through rule allows life insurers to literally look through the private fund or joint venture vehicle down to the underlying assets. The specific 0.68% factor adopted by NAIC applies exclusively to performing residential mortgage loans held in unaffiliated vehicles. The NAIC treats residential mortgages as significantly lower risk than commercial real estate debt, which carries its own, higher capital charge. By slashing the previous 1.75% factor to 0.68%, regulators have essentially put these indirect residential mortgage investments on par with holding an A-rated bond. Expect this to supercharge insurer allocations specifically into commingled residential mortgage funds. That's your briefing for the week. For a deeper textual analysis on how to adapt your firm's compliance programs, check out our companion newsletter in your inbox. If you are curious about the services we offer, please visit www.smartesq.ai.